So obviously, we've done some work together on the zero to hero for podcasting, and I've had one episode on the suspended animation. I get another day with you, Daz, in the little
Love it.
rented studio. What are you seeing now, like in terms of podcasting? Is it just getting easier and easier to get into it?
Absolutely. I think it's definitely easier and easier to get into because of the tech. I mean, look at all this
Look at
stuff.
this.
Look how easy you can rent this space for very low cost. But the key is you got to be consistent,
Right.
and that's what we discussed before. Like
Yeah, consistencies.
you've got to be consistent, and you got to post-produce the content. We're just going to let it run here and have fun, but we're going to have to post-produce this into something that's valuable for the audience. Because two of us is fun, just chatting for 45 minutes. People say, all right, next.
Yeah, right. Okay. That's a big misconception because I mean when Amanda and I did our podcast, I didn't edit anything.
Yeah.
Like when everyone says, "Oh, you got to edit your podcast," it's like, okay, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why I've got no followers. Maybe no one listens to what I have to
But
say.
you only did about 5 episodes.
No, we did like 20 episodes.
Oh,
mate.
really?
Come on,
Okay.
come on, brother.
Okay,
Come on,
cool.
brother.
Well, you can still go and post-produce them. That's the beauty.
You can.
You've got 20 episodes in the bag, plus if you post-produce it, you've got more content.
Yeah, see, that's your thing. So you're saying that it's super easy to get involved in podcasting, and we know that. We've got the gift of knowing how all of this stuff works.
Definitely.
You don't need anything as complicated as this, right? You can have your phone and your headphones, and you're off to the races.
Or
Yeah,
you can
Zoom
do it on
account.
Zoom. You can do it on, you can buy a cheap mic, a Blue Yeti or anything like that really easily. You can do it with your AirPods if you want.
Beautiful.
You don't even have to spend any money. But the key is to use this as a medium for your marketing. That's the key. A lot of people get caught up in the fact that they're just podcasting and the podcasting is great and the episode's fun, but it's what you do with it that makes the difference. How do you leverage
Hang
it?
on. The leverage, that's cool. The leverage that everyone would think would be, I just put it on YouTube or I put it on Spotify.
Yep.
That's
But
it, right? Is that it?
No, got way more than that.
Whoa.
So you got to chop up. You're going to have 40-minute conversation.
Okay.
Then you got to chop it up into loads of little bits. You can use that all in your socials.
Oh, right. So there's a whole content strategy that comes
whole
with.
content strategy that comes with that. Then you can link it on your, put it on your newsletters. You can put it in your email signatures. You can
Oh, shit.
do all sorts of things to keep bringing people back to that episode. So the episode is like the end of the trail,
Yep.
but the lead magnets are all the little bits and pieces that you chop out of it.
Yeah, right.
And that's the beginning of the process. So that's the thing you got to think about.
Yeah, right. And then obviously is the most efficient way to capture your podcast via video.
Definitely.
Yeah, because then you get the best of both. You get everything, right? You get the ability to transcribe it into text, use the audio for the
100%.
podcast, and have it on a YouTube video. Create your YouTube channel.
Yep.
Then
If you're going to go to the trouble of putting a podcast episode together, you might as well just record it in video like we're doing, even just with an iPhone.
dude, that's it. There's
Look how easy
literally
that
an
is.
iPhone on it.
iPhone on a little Joby stick.
Yep.
And then you've got the video content, the audio content. You can take all the written content out of that as well. You can take screenshots. You can do all sorts of things.
Gosh,
So that's the
how
key.
easy. How it sounds like it. People are probably thinking, oh, that's easy for you to say, Daz. You know what you're doing. But how many episodes? How many episodes have you done?
So I've done about 222, 223.
222 episodes. And when did you start to notice, what episode number did you start to notice that people were actually listening?
I'd say after you've done 80 to 100,
Really?
then you start to get a bit of traction.
A bit of, listen to that, folks. Listen to that, right? So people are thinking, oh, I've got something to say, I woke up one morning and, something really bad happened to me, or I'm real successful, I'm a legend in my own lunchbox.
Yeah, that's right.
If I do one podcast and put it out to the world, I'm famous.
No way.
Not going to happen, right?
No
So you're saying 80 episodes until you notice the needle starting to move.
Yep. And also it takes, as they say, you got to do 1,000 hours to perfect any skill. And
Right.
you never perfect it, but you got to do a lot of episodes to even know what you're doing.
Yeah, right.
Like one episode, not going to happen.
Yeah. So, and again, a lot of people would still go like 10 episodes and think, wow, I've done a good job. That's just a speck of sand in the ocean. Right?
Nothing.
That's nothing.
Most
Oh my
most people do 10 episodes, or like you've done 20, and then
Well, that's what we did. We're like, I'm exhausted. I'm done.
yep.
Got better things to do. Not seeing the needle's not moving. I'm out podcasting. So would you see that there's some people that would go, podcasting's no good? And then you ask the question, how many episodes did you do? 20.
20.
Cute. Do 4 more lots of that and then come and see me.
Absolutely.
I think that's a trend in the broader marketing space as well, and probably the world, is technology, as great as it is, has now made us so impatient, and we're not willing to wait and let the process happen through consistency.
Definitely. And because social media is so noisy now, it's getting noisier every day because everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. Everybody thinks it's the place to be, which it is.
Yeah.
You've got to put out more content, and you've got to be more consistent to break through. So it has to be a strategy that you dedicate yourself to and know that it's going to give you results, but you cannot waver.
Okay.
You just got to do it.
What you said there was really interesting. Like, you've got to just trust the process. That's what you're saying, right?
Trust the process and enjoy the journey. And if you're not enjoying what you're doing, you're not going to continue. So you got to enjoy it. You got to have fun with it, and you can start to get creative, and you start to make it your own. You start copying other people when you started, like I did. You learn how you script an episode. You learn how to intro. You do all that stuff, and then you just make it your own, and you do it your way.
Yeah, beautiful.